Hello and welcome back to the Metamystic Show. Today we're going to talk about 3 reasons why people put you down. And the 5 of Swords is the perfect card to explain that. The 5 of Swords is a card at winning at all costs. Oftentimes, if not always, it's a lose-lose situation. Because even though this guy in the front is smiling like he won, did he really win in the end? Karmically, no. You know, it might seem like people get ahead by hurting other people and putting them down, but whether the law catches up with them or, they get fired because of their bad behavior or they get broken up with because their partner can't take it anymore, whether it's something more practical like that, they will lose, or whether it's something more spiritual that we're talking about today, that they'll get their karma, quote unquote, which is always true in my opinion, of course, because I believe in you reap what you sow. I believe in karma. And since it's swords, it can involve words. It can involve negative intentions and thoughts. It can also involve, in the more practical reality, backstabbing people, hurting people, doing things against people, right? All right, so let's get into reason number 1. Why do people do this? Why is this guy smiling? Who is this dude? Who is this guy to you? Think about in your life, and I'm not trying to be negative, I'm just saying if you clicked on this video, this is something you're probably dealing with now or you have dealt with in the past, people that have made you feel bad about yourself. And I know that people are like, oh, nobody can make you feel bad about yourself, blah, blah, blah. I'm not talking to those people. I'm talking to people that on the more extreme side of things have literally felt dehumanized by certain connections that you've been in. Whether this was from your parents who put you down, friends who made fun of you, put you down, talked behind your back, co-workers, partners who were narcissistic, who put you down to make themselves feel better or for a sense of control. If you want to look more into why people are competitive with you, we talked about the 5 of Wands last week. So I'll link that down below on the top of the comments if you want to watch last week's episode. We talk all about competition and why people compete with you. But this week, we're talking about, this is like the step further. This is like the step worse, if you want to put it that way. Because this is when things start to get gruesome. Where on the more extreme side of the spectrum, people will literally take away your humanity, like you're not even worth being alive. I'm just going to cut to the chase. I want to make these snappy, so let's just get to it. I've had situations in my life where people have made me feel dehumanized. I also wrote a song called Dehumanized that I'm going to play at the end, and we're going to look at the lyrics a little bit because that's what inspired this message. But let's start at reason number 1. Why do people do this to you? Why do they do it to me? Why do they smile in this Machiavellian, taking pleasure in your suffering sort of a way on the more extreme side? And on the more benign side, why do people put you down, right? Just in general. Reason number 1, they see you as a threat, right? Take this for an example. Say you walk into a room, male, female, non-binary, however you identify, and you have a friend that you're meeting somewhere and they're with their partner. That friend may feel threatened by you. They may feel like their partner is attracted to you. You're just walking into the bowling alley, right? You're just wearing your regular clothes. You're not trying to impress anybody. This is just an example, guys. I'm making it up. You're walking in. I don't have some terrible bowling story that's coming to mind where I was at the bowling alley and no. I just made it up. Okay. Say your friend sees you as a threat. See, that's what I'm talking about today. That's why this is Five of Swords, like I said, it cuts deep. It's your close circle. It's people that are your friends, your family. And I put those in quotations for a reason, because why are they, if they're your friends and they're in your family, why are they putting you down? Well, we're talking about that. They see you as a threat. In this example, your friend might think that their partner is attracted to you. People fight dirty when they see you as a threat. And I have a lot of experience with this, but I didn't know that that's what was happening. I'm just going to be honest with you guys. I've always been extremely insecure, and over the past 5 years or so, I've completely changed my self-image. I've completely changed the way that I see myself through a lot of healing. But before that, I was always very insecure. So I didn't ever even think it was a possibility that somebody would see me as a threat. But now that I think back throughout my life, all the experiences that I had, I see that that's exactly what it was. So why do people put you down? They actually see you as a threat. They see you as powerful. They see you as more powerful than them for one reason or another. And that's one of the most common. We're light workers here. Everywhere you go, you're going to deal with this because you're powerful, right? And let me reiterate one more time before we get to reason number 2. You don't have to be some super confident person. You might even be struggling with your confidence like I was all those years. It doesn't matter, because people will see you as a threat whether you feel good about yourself or not, because you are a light worker. You're filled with God, with the divine. So people are seeing that. Even if you don't see it in yourself, your competitors or enemies, or however side of the spectrum you want to put this on, people that put you down, these people see the God in you before you even see it in yourself. So this is the crazy part. Let these negative experiences actually be a mirror to yourself. Let even the negative things that happen to you in life be your teacher, because it's showing you, wait, I don't even feel that good about myself, but people see me as a threat. Yeah, that's because they see God in you. Right? So let's get to reason number 2. Why do people put you down? Reason number 2. They hate themselves. They don't like themselves. Right? And why do they put you down? Is it just because they're a negative person? They feel bad about themselves, so they're just this cloud of black smoke negativity wherever they go. They're negative and they're projecting their negativity on everybody else. Yes, that's part of it. But there's a deeper reason, especially if it's a family member, a friend, a partner. This is what happens in relationships, and this is how they're designed, in my opinion. We come here to learn lessons on this planet, so we're put with people that are our teachers, whether they're negative or positive, whatever that means, right? Very philosophical, very ninth house moon right now that I'm dipping into. Okay. People see you as them, especially narcissists. This is the crazy part. You think that a narcissist is putting you down because they're so confident in themselves, and they're putting you down because you're not doing enough and you're not who they want you to be. This is the reality. Back to point number 1, they're actually threatened by you, right? But number 2, they see themselves in you, and they hate themselves. So if you're chewing next to them, oh, that bothers me, the way that you chew. Maybe they feel self-conscious about the way that they chew. Oh, you don't look good in that outfit. And maybe they won't say it directly, right? With the Five of Swords, they might, because the Five of Swords is pretty cutting. Somebody might literally be like, yeah, you're not looking so good these days. You should probably go on a diet. But even if they don't say it directly and you're like, hey, how do I look? And they're just kind of like, they don't really say much. Or they kind of just like deflect, they deflect it or whatever. And you just feel a bad negative energy. First of all, I would get an evil eye. If you're dealing with if you're a light worker, I don't care how you look. I don't care how much money you have, how many achievements you have. You're a light worker. You could be living under a bridge on the street right now, right? But you're a light worker. So your currency in the spirit realm is 10 of Pentacles. You're rich in spirit, no matter who you are. I don't look the way that I want to look. I wish I was more attractive. I wish I had a better body. I wish I had nicer skin, more beautiful eyes and hair and all these things. None of that matters, guys. Why? Because you are filled with God, like I said in point number 1. You're filled with the divine. You're filled with light. You're filled with power that surpasses this physical experience. So if somebody is hating on you and somebody is putting you down, 5 of Swords, it's because, and I want to look at my lyrics a little bit to this song. Remember, I'm going to play this song at the end of this episode. I don't know if I mentioned that. I'm going to play this song at the end of this episode, and it's on piano. I'm excited for you guys to hear it. Let me know what you think. But let's look at these lyrics a little bit. Sticks and stones don't break my bones, but your words are engraved. You could be the strongest person in the room. You could be the most spiritual person in the room who has gone through a lot of things and overcome a lot of things. Sticks and stones don't break my bones. But people's words, they do affect us, right? We're only human. Sticks and stones don't break my bones, but your words are engraved. And in the marrow, they say, the things that these people say, friends, family, partners, people close to us, that they should love us, right? They should build us up, right? Sometimes people's words can be literally engraved in the marrow of our bones, no matter how strong we are, right? And that's why I'm making this episode, to encourage you and remind you of who you really are. And in the marrow, they say, you remind me of myself. This is them. This is the secret. This is the secret of why they put you down. You remind me of myself. And I wish that I was someone else, right? Like, a family member is coming to my mind. They would always put me down about my weight, say I needed to lose weight, say I needed to take care of my weight when they struggle with their weight, right? I reminded that family member of themselves, and they hate themselves. They hate themselves that they let themselves go. They hate themselves that they're overweight, right? So it gets complicated. People could be putting you down because you actually remind them of themselves. You know how people say the things that people hate about you are things that they hate about themselves, right? All right. Reason number 3. Why do people put you down? Because they want to be you, right? It's kind of like the inverse, in a sense, of point number 1, that they see you as a threat. But this one, it's deeper. It's rooted down deep, because if somebody wants to be you, it's one thing for somebody to admire you. You know how people say that imitation is the most sincerest form of flattery. Like, if somebody imitates you, we should take it as a compliment, because that means they look up to us, especially if they're like younger than us and they're like, well, I want to cut my hair just like you. I want to wear clothes just like you. That's sweet, right? That's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about somebody, and this can get crazy, somebody that will literally spend their life trying to like consume your energy. And this on the more extreme scale, this always dips into narcissism, right? And a lot of us here on this channel have dealt with narcissists, so I know you know what I'm talking about. People will engulf your energy. They're energy vampires. They will put you down, because when you're in that vibration, it's like a hole in your armor. It's like a crack in your armor. And the second that they put you down and lower your self-esteem, they can get in there, they can steal your energy, and they can eat it all up, and they can use it to their advantage. They can use it to achieve successes. You're a good luck charm to people. They'll slurp up all your energy and they'll use it for themselves. They'll cloak themselves in your energy by keeping you on this marionette because you feel bad about yourself, because they made you feel bad about yourself, so you're stuck to them, and then they'll use their energy for their own personal gain. You've got to be careful who you give your energy to. And with the Five of Swords, people will take your energy. This is a win at all costs energy. If somebody has to put you down and make you feel bad about yourself so that you create this kind of strange trauma bond with them, so that you go to them for validation, so that you feel, that's the narcissistic dynamic. It's like there's the narcissist and then there's the empath. Usually in the narcissistic dynamic, it's the narcissist and the empath, right? The narcissist will put the empath down so that the empath then becomes reliant upon the narcissist to be a mirror and a reflection back to them, back to us, because I am also a victim of this multiple times. Family, partners, and friends have done this to me. I have a lot of experience in this, and I've had to do a lot of self-healing because of it. The narcissist wants to become a godlike figure to you so that you go to them for your own self-worth. You go to them to say, am I beautiful? Am I worthy? Am I talented? And they will get this out of you by putting you down, right? And so you could be saying to me, well, what does that have to do with them wanting to be you? Because they need to keep you, they need to cloak themselves with your energy. They won't ever tell you that. They'll put you down and make you feel like shit, right? But they'll be using your energy. You're like a good luck charm. You're like the good luck charm they have in their pocket that they get more they become more attractive. They get more opportunities in life, but they'll never tell you that. They'll never tell you. So that's why you got to be careful who you give your energy to. And if there's anybody, this is my advice, and we're going to close on this. Anybody in your life that puts you down consistently, I would Five of Swords right back on them. Cut them out, because this can be a card of cutting somebody out. Love and light to all. I'm going to end on this. This is a quote from Apple's Think Different campaign, and then I'm going to play my song Dehumanized at the end of this. This is why people put you down. This is the solution as well to how you get over this stuff, is you remember who the hell you are. This is why people put you down, because you're a threat, because they hate themselves, because they want to be you. Sure, that's all about them. This episode is about you. I'm talking to you. I'm not talking to these assholes. If you're struggling with anxiety and depression, check your, and I'm not a doctor, check your inner circle and see who is there. Right? Because you might just be surrounded by assholes. That's one of my favorite quotes. Now I'm going to close on this. This is from Apple's Think Different campaign, and I'll link the video down at the top of the comments so that you can watch it. It's just a short clip, but this is the quote. Here's to the crazy ones. This is you. This is the solution to your problem, remembering who you really are. Here's to the crazy ones, the misfits, the rebels, the troublemakers, the round pegs in the square holes, the ones who see things differently. They're not fond of rules, and they have no respect for the status quo. You can quote them, disagree with them, glorify them, or vilify them. About the only thing you can't do is ignore them. Because they change things. They push the human race forward. While some may see them as the crazy ones, we see genius. Because the people who are crazy enough to think they can change the world are the ones that do. I love you guys. It's been Missy Gordon, the Meta Mystic here, and here is my song, Dehumanized. Dehumanized, look into my eyes and tell me that I'm nothing. If you wanna say something, don't imply, exclaim. I'm so tired of explaining and over-explaining. It's so degrading. Sticks and stones don't break my bones, but your words are engraved, and in the marrow they say, you remind me of myself, and I wish I was someone else. You remind me of myself, and I wish I was someone else. Dehumanized, but it was a lie, yet you told me that I'm nothing. Now I'm gonna say something. Life is just a game, and I have a name. What is it? But I did not say. What is it? But I fade away to a transcendental plane, like a sunset by the bay. Sticks and stones don't break my bones, but your words are engraved, and in the marrow they say, you remind me of myself, and I wish I was someone else. You remind me of myself, and I wish I was someone else. Someone else. Someone else. Someone else. Someone